Hello and good evening. This is Grillenheimer. Oh, that's what it's doing. Okay, I'm on a countdown again. Um, we are playing Donkey Kong Jr. this time, um, with just a few tips on Donkey Kong Jr. if I can remember them. There's one in particular that what you can only do on an original machine. I have not been able to do it on an emulator. I can't even pull it off on the Switch version. Uh, so you can't see my high score. I don't know if I can move this anymore back without it falling over. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have the right equipment to be able to just, put this on my computer and record it off that way. But, there we go. It was like that's my best score in this mode is like 57,400. So, Donkey Kong Jr., the sequel to Donkey Kong. Here's Let's do a few tips on this one. How about it? No, I didn't want two players. Yeah, this. I love the original Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong Jr. even better. Oh my gosh. Um, okay, if you didn't already know, if you're not a veteran Donkey Kong Jr. player, you go quicker. Oh, how in the world? Because I'm talking, not paying attention. You go up quicker going up two, quicker down on one. And you want to really try to get the enemies with the fruit. So it's kind of neat doing a video like this. I've never done anything like this before, and these are really old games. This is another trick. It's not much of a trick, but if you go all the way to the top and hold the stick button up to see they're going fast again. You have to hit be on both vines and push up, and the game slows down. Not much of a trick, I know, but it's an old trick. Um, and of course, when you're not doing it, it's just gonna it's not gonna slow down. But there used to be a marina way down in South Alabama. Uh, when you have the chance, even if it's just one snap jaw, hit the apple, knock it out. Because this early on, Mario will not generate another one. Later on level 2, he can. And sometimes you have to take this slow. Right now, you can, on this board alone, you can walk back and forth with no problem, and the birds will not come down that far. Any higher level than this, they will go and fly down to the bottom. You are no longer safe. Love Mario as a villain. I wish they'd do it again. I don't think they've made him a villain ever since. Love Donkey Kong Jr. This is just. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I got him. Okay. It's all in the timing. If you can get more than one under the fruit, hey, you're doing good. You get extra points for that. You can do that too. And if it's safer to go up one, it's safer to go up one, but he will go a little slower. There's the slowdown trick again. Waiting for them to clear out. Yes, every movement is important in this game. Every frame of animation when it comes to games is I'm sorry, I thought I heard my son hit his wall. Sometimes he does that. He doesn't even know it. I only have one man left. Crap. Normally, rarely ever over on those two vines way over there down below. But I was just then. And this game has less of a pattern than Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong does have a true pattern. I can't believe I fell and died that first time. That was crazy. Where's he going? Okay, there is a trick to this. On the Switch, it's dadgummit. Because you can go either real high, not very short, or just die like I did. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. So now you can bypass all that mess over there. You're not crawling all around and trying to... And that is a bird egg, people. It's an egg. Get over it. Okay, this is the board I was talking about. See how I'm having to hold the button right and left to go from vine to vine. Well, on an original arcade machine, I could go tap, 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 and he would have been over there super quick. And it's not doing that. He's going real slow, and I don't know why. So that lets me know it may look arcade, it may feel arcade, but the original arcade, you could just go tap, 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 and he would go over quick. It was an original Donkey Kong Jr. trick, and you could use it on that board. You could use it on this board even. You just a light tap of the joystick left or right, and see he's just going super slow. You're kidding me. And that's the game. Let me do one more. I didn't want it. No. I'm hitting the wrong button to try to start the game. I keep hitting the credit button. Yeah. And that's another thing about these older games. We heard bits or a lot of classical music in the games, even though it was like the dinky 8-bit 16-bit sounds of this. That was the opening of Bach's Prelude and D minor, no, Toccata and D minor. Da 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 da. And then Gyrus uses a little more of it and puts it to a rock beat, and more of the hooked on classics kind of style, which a lot of people loved, and some people that are my age remember getting a bit into classical music thanks to video games. We had a cassette player for our Atari 400 computer. There's a game on it called Canyon Climber. It took 20 minutes to load. It was kind of like a Donkey Kong ripoff, but it was not Donkey Kong. And most of the time during the game, you would hear Bach's um, Prelude in C minor, but it was just like bits of it. You wouldn't hear it all. There was a game called Spelunker. I don't think it was the original music, but we did have a version of it on our computer. My brother always told me that. Yes, I have a brother. My brother always told me that it was not the original music, or he didn't think it was. He thought it was something somebody added, and it was the oh, God, he just wouldn't move. I thought I heard someone walking through the house. I'm so sorry. Whoa. Wish I could have knocked that one of those snap jaws out. There we go. Now they're both out of the way. And that's a good trick. I saw someone on YouTube with a video that's a couple of years old, and it was a trick on the 4th stage. Don't die this time, thank you. Turn around. I hate the Switch controller. I wish I had a joystick. I wish I had a joystick on the 360. I hate how slow he's crawling on these vines. Come on. You have to wait for the one to go at the very top to be able to have enough time to get over. There you go, like that. Anyway, before I interrupted myself, there we go, is that there used to be a marina down in, not exactly on the beach, on the Intercoastal, pretty popular, so I won't name it. And the guy's name was Carl. He's now an owner or part owner of the marina, I think. I know he got married. And every time I would go down, they would have, well, years ago they used to, they don't anymore. They would have a Donkey Kong Jr. machine. He loved it, and I loved it. And we would always compete for the high score. Every time I went down, I'd beat his high score. And I kind of wonder if he would unplug the game, reset it, and get the high score on it again. And we'd go back to the boat a couple of months later, and I'd go down and beat his high score again. And they had that Donkey Kong machine for, golly, like about 12 years or so. I had it a long time. There we go. And Donkey Kong Jr. is a lot easier than Donkey Kong. Like I said at the beginning, Donkey Kong kicked the bucket. He doesn't eat chicken anymore. He eats Mario. Oh, crap. I stopped talking so you could hear the music, because it is different a little bit. There's a couple of different variations on the little tune when Mario's getting kicked off the screen by Donkey Kong. What the heck was I saying? I cannot remember. Oh, crap. It's after midnight. I'm going to have to call it night after this game. And that's right. There's not much of a pattern. It seems to be a lot easier game in many ways. I'm already on level 3 pretty easily. But again, kind of like Donkey Kong, by level 3, the first stage is getting, pretty tough. But with Donkey Kong Jr., you can play around a bit. It's more of a action game than a puzzle game. Well, Donkey Kong isn't puzzle exactly, but it's an action game also. But there's a reason why people can, that know how to really play Donkey Kong, why they get so far in it. Dang, come on. Here we go, finally. And I'll shut up for the little cinema here. Be careful. Oh, if I keep moving, normally the apple gets that spark beneath me. It didn't happen that time. And again, you're playing a waiting game on this. Oh, I only got one man left. Come on. But you really, it's all about patience. There we go. That's a little better. Should have done that first time. I saw that coming a mile away. Where's the rewind button when you need one? Oh well, but there was a bit of a, let's put a G for Grillenheimer. G. There we go. A trick that I saw someone do on that board, the Spark board, where they kept going back and forth a little bit on either the very top or the next to last, the level just beneath the top, and they kept going back and forth and back and forth and jumping, and it was really a neat trick. I don't know if I could pull it off. I haven't really tried it. But it is in YouTube. I don't know how hard you have to look for it, but it's interesting, and I was just like, wow, why didn't I think of that? And so I'm not the best player in the world, but I'm not bad, but I'm not the worst. So with that, thanks for watching, and have a great night, have a blessed day, and we will see you next time.